Hello, how are you all? So tell me, what's your mood today? Are you very happy, energetic, or very sad, or afraid, or very depressed, or very anxious, or sad? So what's your mood today? And by the way, what regulates your mood? Have you ever thought about it? That why suddenly you feel very happy or suddenly you get depressed? So who is controlling all these? I am here with the solution. Today in this video, we will know the science behind all these emotions and we will dive into the neurobiological basis behind emotion. So let's dive into it. So what control your mood? So in order to know about it, you should know about some chemicals. These chemicals are hormones and neurotransmitters. So what are hormones and neurotransmitters? If in easy language, if you want to understand, then hormones are the messengers, a chemical messenger which transport messages from some gland, mainly endocrine gland, to different target organs. And neurotransmitters are the chemical messenger which transmit messages from the brain to different part of the body. But don't ever underestimate the chemicals, because these are those chemicals which change your mood. So let's start with the first feeling, that is happiness. We all want to be happy, but do you know what makes us happy? See, there are different hormones which makes us happy, but the hormone which tops the list are dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine and serotonin makes you happy. They are feel-good hormones. So let's start with dopamine. Have you ever felt that whenever you do a task and when you accomplished it, then you get a warm fuzzy feeling and that makes you feel, yes, I have done it. That feeling gives you immense pleasure. Yes or no? So what makes you feel that? That is our dopamine. See, whenever you're doing some physical work or whenever you're doing a task, after that you will get an award or a reward. Then our body secretes dopamine, and this dopamine makes you energetic and makes you do the work more. See, dopamine can make and break your work ethics. High level of dopamine will make you energetic and you will try hard doing each and every work. Low level of dopamine will make you lethargic. See, after doing a physical exercise, the dopamine level decreases and serotonin level increases. And serotonin level increases means that gives you calmness. Then you get the pleasure of fulfillment. Dopamine makes you hyperactive. Serotonin makes you calm and cool. This serotonin also regulates your anxiety, your food appetite, your circadian rhythm. Do you know what is circadian rhythm? Circadian rhythm is the biological rhythm of day and night. See how your body understands its day and how it understands night. So dopamine and serotonin gives you the feeling of happiness. Even serotonin also decreases the stress hormone, that is cortisol. Dopamine and serotonin gives you the feeling of achievement and that makes you feel happy. Even have you heard about the term runner's high? See, high level of dopamine makes you high. Yes, though legally, not illegally. But there are some companies which are using this, like coffee, tea, chocolates. They increase the secretion of dopamine that makes you feel happy. And so when you're craving for chocolates or coffee, don't think that you're addicted to it. Your brain is craving for that, not you. And that will make you happy. Let's start with the neurobiological basis of love. Before diving into love, let's know about different hormones related to love. These are estrogen, testosterone, dopamine, adrenaline, serotonin, and oxytocin. Oxytocin is known as love hormone. See, love has 3 different phases regulated by all these hormones. In the first phase, which is regulated by estrogen in females and testosterone in males. That is, whenever you see a person or whenever you see a small puppy, then the moment you see that puppy and you wish that I want the puppy, at the moment you see that person, there is a sparkling attraction between you and the person. That is due to the hormone estrogen and testosterone. Then in the next phase comes dopamine, adrenaline and serotonin. In the next phase, the level of dopamine and adrenaline increases and the level of serotonin decreases. Dopamine and adrenaline makes you restless, full of energy. The feeling of pain decreases. You are in another fantasy world. You are not bothered about anything. That feeling is due to dopamine and adrenaline, and the level of serotonin decreases. That makes you more restless. In the last phase, that is the attachment phase, that is regulated by oxytocin, our love hormone. The oxytocin is the hormone which is liberated even when a mother cuddles her child, or when you play with your pet, or you're with the person whom you love. That may be your friends, family members. Then this hormone, the level of the hormone oxytocin increases. This hormone is also known as cuddle hormone. Whenever you cuddle with your friends, you cuddle with your parents, your dog, the level of this hormone increases. When the level of oxytocin increases, it increases the level of trust, kindness, and that makes you more generous. So when you are with the family members or the person you admire, then you are more generous and more kind. See, love is a complex mechanism, and it's an emotion which is due to the blending of all these hormones. But why you relate love with heart? How heart is related with love? No, what I think is love should be related with brain. So whenever you are writing or making any symbols of love, please don't use this, rather use this, because this is the vital part which regulates the love. Now, the next feeling what we will discuss now is depression. See, depression, many of you will think it's just a state of mind. No, it is a disease which is equally important like diabetes, cancer and any other diseases. It is an intense feeling of sadness, and you will be keen to know that around 350 million people all around the world suffers from depression. Previously, it was thought that the low level of serotonin makes you feel depressed. It was justified with the fact when some of the patients who were suffering from depression were prescribed with medicine that increases the secretion of serotonin, and that change their mood and they become happier. Now, in recent studies, we know that serotonin is not responsible for depression. We cannot blame serotonin for that. The main reason behind depression is degeneration of neurons, and it is seen that the people who are suffering from depression, the hippocampus in the brain reduces its size. That means the neurons degenerates. You know that brain is made up of neurons, and when it degenerates, the size of the hippocampus decreases. It is also seen that when the hippocampus regenerates, the person becomes more happier and he or she is not depressed. So nowadays, the medication which is given to the depressed person increases neurogenesis. Neurogenesis means the production of new neurons in the brain. Due to the production of new neurons, the hippocampus area increases in size and the person becomes happier. Depression is equally important as other diseases. So if someone is depressed, then talk with them, take them to doctor and let them have the medication that will make them feel better. The next emotion which we will talk about is the most primary and ancient emotion, that is the fear. Fear shapes our life. It changes the way we think about life. Whenever we are afraid, we have a tinkling feeling in the stomach. Why? Because whenever we are afraid, the blood flows away from our digestive system. Sorry, it was just to give you a real experience of fear. See, when you saw the zombie on the screen, what happened? You were shocked, and your eyes and ears took the signal to the thalamus part of the brain, and the thalamus perceived that something strange is going on, so it further sent the message to the prefrontal cortex of the brain, that is the thinking part of the brain, and another region that is known as amygdala. Now, when the thalamus sends message to the prefrontal cortex, it's a long process. It takes longer time. Whereas when it sends to amygdala, it's a quick process or a quick response. Then amygdala sends message to the hypothalamus, and hypothalamus conveys the signal to secrete adrenaline, and that is our emergency hormone, and that will start the fight and flee response. See, then what happened when you understood that it was nothing to be afraid of, or it's nothing a threat, it's just a prank? Then what happened? The prefrontal cortex of the brain, that is the thinking part of the brain, understood that this is not a threat. Then it tells the amygdala to calm down or to stop the fight and flee response. But if the zombie comes out from the screen, then the prefrontal cortex will understand that this is a real threat. Now it will further signal amygdala to carry on the fight and flee response. See, whenever we are afraid, it's three process, means three things happen. First, you're shocked, then you try to run away, and at last, if nothing can be done, we are ready to fight. But fear is like a drug. We enjoy fear. That is the reason we like horror movies and we like the roller coaster rides that gives us an adrenaline rush. So in this video, we have discussed about the basic emotions and how they are regulated, what regulates this emotion, and everything, whatever happens is all inside your brain. It's the mind. I generally use the term, it's chemical locha. All chemicals going on and they are doing random things. They can make you hallucinate, they can make you fall in love, they can make you lethargic. It's all due to our hormones, and never underestimate them. But they are very small, microscopic, but they are very strong. That was it. Hope you will like the video and you will get some information from this. And I will be coming up with another video from another interesting topic. Till then, bye.